What is your procedure here for electing a special judge? Do you have one, or?
There's not a procedure that we have.
So, I mean, how do you decide who's going to be the special sitting judges?
It can be an attorney that's been an attorney for over 3 years. And we can ask them to be a fill-in for the...
So there's no election, you just ask? I believe, isn't Robert Bamburg usually the sit-in judge here?
Most of the time.
And he's just kind of appointed? Is that how that works?
He's our city attorney, so he's the first one we ask to fill in for us.
Is that not a little bit of a conflict, since he's considered the city prosecutor for the city offenses, and then he sits in as a judge on the same offenses he's legally the prosecutor for?
Well, he's the traffic attorney, and he sits in for our criminal stuff. He don't sit in on a Tuesday where he'd be prosecuting.
But he's still the city prosecutor.
You would have to get with him and see if there's conflicts. I know if there's a conflict where he has that he won't sit in.
With a personal case, but not as a general conflict?
Not that I'm aware of.
And when you say criminal, are you referring like violation of city offenses, or?
Anything that doesn't have to do with traffic is a criminal offense.
But he doesn't ever prosecute those same offenses?
He doesn't prosecute criminal offenses. We have a prosecuting attorney with Larry Jagley's office that prosecutes criminal offenses.
So if it's a local misdemeanor on...
Possession of marijuana, just something like that, prosecuting attorney from Larry Jagley's office.
What about like a failure to vacate or anything along that lines?
Their office. If it's driving on suspended, no insurance, stuff like that, that's a Tuesday when the city attorney prosecutes.
What about DWIs? Who does that?
Those are traffic, so they'll be on Tuesdays.
So that would be something he would prosecute, but... Okay. I was kind of confused how that is working out on that. And these are the... Let me make sure I got what I'm looking for out of this. These are the order of judgments. Show cause hearing is set for this. So, let me make sure I'm understanding what I'm looking at. So there was a first hearing set in, is it October?
Mm-hmm.
And you sent a letter out to the bondsman, this right here, says June 20th, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And you sent it by, did you send this by certified receipt? Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
And is there an actual summons involved in that? Like a normal summons?
Normally the summons that I've ever dealt with is criminal or civil.
But you don't send a civil summons or anything? Mm-hmm. Okay. You might want to go, I'm not being a smart aleck, but you might want to go to the Arkansas Supreme Court's website. And I don't know if it's going to be listed on the district court forms, but if you go to forms, circuit court, criminal, there's a form for bond forfeitures that was ordered in 2004 to be used for all bond forfeitures in the state, and it's appended to Rule 9.5.
As far as I've understood, like I said, I just got into this one in August. Miss Brimage had everything set up.
She wasn't doing it right. No.
The Arkansas Bail Bondsman Association has not complained about anything that we've done.
They don't know. We're in another case. We're taking them to task up in circuit court right now. And there was a precedent set and discussed it in First Arkansas Bank and Trust versus State Lonoke County. It was a $50,000 bond forfeiture. But there's a form that the Supreme Court ordered to be used on all bond forfeitures, and it's supposed to be a summons. If the summons is built into it, it's a 2-page form that you guys are supposed to be using.
Well, we're having a court meeting next month. I'll get with them.
Most of the judges in this area don't know. If you go to Lonoke, they're doing what's right. I may have a copy of it out in my car because I've got a bunch of files out there, so I'll bring it back and show you.
What's the whole state of Arkansas is going to be there, so maybe Lone Oak couldn't shed some light on.
Yeah, but there's a specific form that's supposed to be used, and no bond forfeiture is valid without those. And there's about to be some big problems up in circuit court up there. So, I mean, they don't. I'm not going to even get into their legal issues up there, but you might just go take a look at the form, just, to be in conformity with Arkansas Supreme Court's 2004 per curiam order. You might just take a look at the form, and it's actually, if you go to Criminal Rule 9.5, it's actually appended. It's written into, the actual form, but the form itself is available online for you guys to download.
All righty.
And the judges up in circuit court have not been using it in Pulaski. They didn't know they were supposed to because someone's given them misinformation.
Right.
And we're raising all sorts of hell about it. So I'm just, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. I'm just trying to tell you there's a form that most people don't know they're supposed to be using. That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
And, there was a big changeover in circuit court back around that time when a bunch of judges started retiring. Plaguey, Langston. So the ones that were using it quit. The new ones that took over quit using it. So there's been a big issue up there. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too.